ga-ekwugide omenala anyị. Omenala anyị dị against rape. Tufu gọọmenti abịadị, anyị nwere ihe anyị na-asọ. Ọ ya bụ omenala Igbo. Igbos, one of our omenala bụ onye agha na nwanne ya. Ọnụrụ be nwanne. Ọnụrụ be nwanne agba n'ọsọ ye. Onye nụrụ be nwanne agba n'ọsọ. Ọ ya mere nke Nnamdi Kanu. Geenụ ntị. Oge Sunday Igboho nke Yoruba. Oge nke Sunday Igboho fịọfịọ. Yoruba leaders niile gbaya round. And they rescued him. Sorry, I got penny. Yoruba Jibiri, and he was rescued. Even President Obasanjo, Yoruba culture. Oyangana one year. Jena Niger Delta. Jena Batompo like a woman. The youth, the old. Government, if not daughter, yes, your position. Do you know how many trillions he's paid in a month? He makes in a month. The one I can amount the kunite. He took it there, he made the good metal on that boomy. If I was a mature, that we may all be one. That they may all be one. Are we one? This young man came talking against heinous killings in the farm. Our women who will go for farming, and some of our men will be butchered. Our farms we are no longer safe. Our families are not safe. Go up there down to Uzu 1 and now. Many places are not safe. Killing, kidnapping. No. Nnamdi Kanu came and said it must stop. And they said once he's arrested, all these things will stop. Since he was arrested, has it not multiplied into 20 times? Is it not better that he's released? And the court has given judgment to release him. But now, the young men, the Igbo youths everywhere, it shall be well with you. They stood together, they got united, bonded, but the elites. My Lord, Jesus said that they may all be. Oh, yeah, come now, come that they may all be one. Are we one? Abuloye and Kai abai chiche. Madu kwesiri iche ka ọpụta. Ụfọdụ bụ ndị ije eje kpọrọ ya. Mana di oti kọcha ihe ọhụrụ n'elu nkwụ. Ọba ama mmụọ. Mana ndị niile aka ha dị n'ọkpụkpụ ahụ werekwa onye ga-akọ akụkọ ya ọfụma. They will all suffer. Maka ndị ga-adịkwa ndụ n'ime ha self. Ma ọ bụ na anwụ abịara. There are things don't do and get free. Kedụzi ebe onye agha na nwanne ya dị. N'ime bewe aya ebewe. Anya bewe ime ebewe. Ọ ka dịzikwanụ. Anya ahụzila ego gbaghara nwanne. Ndị oshimi, ndị mpịawa azụ karịsịa. The unity is no more there. Etiti anyị n'onwe nke anyị, are we united? Ejiri onye agba ashịrị, ejiri onye nke ashị ashị, ejiri onye nke boto. Nwanne gị na-ebe ọ na-atọ gị. It will soon be your own. So anyị na-ekwu maka unity. Igbawa Igbo. Anọ m na this point. Ndị niile Igbo ji eje ọgụ. Ma ndị ọha na eze. Because if we are fighting a common cause, today is Nnamdi Kanu. But the nature and the species of invasion that is happening in our land, if we are not careful and faster, and the government of Igbo land should wake up. If you cannot go to release Nnamdi Kanu, do what he ought to have done. Makana njiji gahe ejikwa. Amegwu maka ije n'isi ụzọ. Ọsọ dị mgbe niile. Ihe amụfu aka n'aka ya. Jenu n'ugbo nke bụ agụụ ka na-abịa. Ebe a na-akọzi ugbo ịkọ akọ, a na-ehoro abacha ga-enye efi. A na-ata ya onwere ihe ga-eme ndị na-ekechọrọ iru. And ama nwudenwu ha. Ebe ọ sọrọ ya mee. Ije n'Imo State aka na-aga ya aga. Enwego new culture and new mentality. Our people are no longer thinking about unity. Obviously, survival of the fittest. One spirit adrozi. That old Germanism, the African culture of brotherly love, that fraternity. A package gonna bank, multi-billionaire, manandi neighbors go work or. Oh yeah, we're 5-star hotel, about 3-star hotel, about hotel. Make a win in a hotel. How many rich people are around that place? Oh my God, I was a margarine and Igbo. Oh, go off when we are growing up. If you are we can blow one mad person. Jesus' prayer stands that they may all be. And as Jose in our town, papa chọwa mama. Ụmụaka chọwa parents. Ebe ọ bụ na ị nọ n'ozi a, be the first to initiate love and peace. That they all be one. Ọ bụ na ị nọ n'obodo oyibo ọ dịrị gị na ma ị na-ege ntị n'ozi a. Don't stay there, be enjoying your dollar. If that dollar cannot change life here, that dollar is meaningless. So you think you have arrived and problem has finished. That they all be one. Everybody is important. May all be one. Oh yeah, Ajuruta. When you bring a zone madechi. Ewuro oyi Igbo isi dị mma ga-ekwugide omenanai. Omenanai dị against rape. Tufu gọọmenti abịa dị, anyị nwere ihe anyị na-asọ. Ọ ya bụ omenala Igbo. Igbos, one of our omenala bụ onye agha na nwanne ya. Ọnụrụbe nwanne. Ọnụrụbe nwanne agba n'ọsọ ye. Onye nụrụbe nwanne agba n'ọsọ. Ọ ya mere nke Nnamdi Kanu. Geenụ ntị. Oge Sunday Igbo nke Yoruba. Oge nke Sunday Igbo ofio Yoruba leaders niile gbay around. And they rescued him. Sorry, I got penny. He didn't Yoruba Jibiri, and he was rescued. Even President Obasanjo, Yoruba culture. Oyangana one year. Jena Niger Delta. Jena Batompo like a woman. The youth, the old. Government, if not the other. Yes, their position. Do you know how many trillions he's paid in a month? He makes in a month. The one I can amount the can equality. He took it there, he took it meeting on that boom. That we may all be one. That they may all be one. Are we one? This young man came talking against heinous killings in the farm. Our women who will go for farming and some of our men will be butchered. Our farms we are no longer safe. Our families are not safe. Go up there down to Uzu 1 and now. Many places are not safe. Killing, kidnapping. No. Nnamdi Kanu came and said it must stop. And they said once he's arrested, all these things will stop. Since he was arrested, has it not multiplied into 20 times? Is it not better that he's released? And the court has given judgment to release him. But now, the young men, the Igbo youths everywhere, it shall be well with you. They stood together, they got united, bonded, but the elites. My Lord, Jesus said that they may all be. Oh, yeah, come now, that they may all be one. Are we one? Abuloye and Kai abai chiche. Undunugu madu kwesiri iche ka ọpụta. Ụfọdụ bụ ndị Nigeri ije kpọrọ ya. Mana di oti kọcha ihe ọhụrụ n'elu nkwụ. Ọba ama mmụọ. Mana ndị niile aka ha dị n'ọkpụkpụ ahụ werekwa onye ga-akọ akụkọ ya ọfụma. They will all suffer. Maka ndị ga-adịkwa ndụ n'ime ha self. Ma ọ bụ na anwụ abịara. There are things don't do and get free. Kedụzi ebe onye agha na nwanne ya dị. N'imi bewe aya ebewe. Anya bewe imi ebewe. Ọ ka dịzikwanụ. Anyị ahụzila ego gbaghara nwanne. Ndị oshimi, ndị mpịawa azụ karịsịa. The unity is no more there. Etiti anyị n'onwe nke anyị, are we united? Ejiri onye agba ashịrị, ejiri onye nke ashị ashị, ejiri onye nke aboto. Nwanne gị na-ebe ọ na-atọ. It will soon be your own. So anyị na-ekwu maka unity. Igbawa Igbo. Anọ m na this point. Ndị niile Igbo ji eje ọgụ. Ma ndị ọha na eze. Because if we are fighting a common cause, today is Nnamdi Kanu. But the nature and the species of invasion that is happening in our land, if we are not careful and faster, and the government of Igbo land should wake up. If you cannot go to release Nnamdi Kanu, do what he ought to have done. Maka na njiji ga ejikwa. Amekwu maka ije n'isi ụzọ. Ọsọ dị mgbe niile. Ihe amụfu aka n'aka ya. Jenu n'ugbo nke bụ agụụ ka na-abịa. Ebe a na-akọzi ugbo ịkọ akọ, a na-ehoro abacha ga-enye efi, a na-ata ya onwere ihe ga-eme ndị na-ekechọrọ iru and ama nwudenwu ha. Ebe ọ sọrọ ya mee. Ije n'Imo State aka na-aga ya aga. Enwego new culture and new mentality. Our people are no longer thinking about unity. Obviously, survival of the fittest. One spirit adrozi. That Ojamanism, the African culture of brotherly love, that fraternity. A package ego na bank, but multi-billionaire, manandi neighbors go work ora. Oh yeah, we 5-star hotel eba, 3-star hotel eba, hotel. Make a win in a hotel. How many rich people are around that place? Oh my God, I was a margarine and Igbo. Oh, go chill, when we are growing up. One mad person. Jesus' prayer stands that they may all be. And as it was in our town, Papa Chawa Mama, Umaka Chawa parents. Everybody knows here. Be the first to initiate love and peace. That they all be one. Don't stay there, be enjoying your dollar. If that dollar cannot change life here, that dollar is meaningless. So you think you have arrived and problem has finished. That they all be one. Everybody is important. May all be one. Oh yeah, Ajuruta.
Greetings to all Biafrans, and this is not going to be a long one, it's going to be a short one. First and foremost, I greet all of you, and my salute to all the heroes of Biafra, both the living and the dead, and our supreme leader, our eternal leader, our former president of Biafra, our prime minister, APM, and the entire cabinet of Brgie, and the entire Biafran people, and most especially the Biafran Defense Forces in the homeland, whose sole responsibility is to liberate the homeland. I salute all of you, and we remain loyal to all of you. Yes. If you listen to Father Mbaka, he has touched many things. And this brings me to bringing up this video from Anambra so that Biafrans can see what Soludo has done, the governors in Biafra land serving the interests of Nigerian government. What they have resorted to doing is to see that Biafrans are slaughtered for Fulani to breed. Yeah. Biafrans are slaughtered for Fulani to breed. If you check here now, what you see here is Operation Odokachi. You can see them. Operation Udokachi is what you see here. And this is Anambra State. And this is the handwork of Soludo. This is a Biafran that Soludo have killed in broad daylight. And they are carrying him like a bag of gari. See how they are carrying him. They are carrying him like bag of gari. That is human being you see there. Can you see? That is human being you see they carry like bag of gari. So they are carrying him like bag of gari after they have killed him. These are the terrorists that the governors serving the interests of one Nigeria have recruited to massacre unarmed Biafrans on daily basis. You can see them here, Operation Udokachi. So for those that will be blaming these same Biafrans, when their family members, when their remnants, when their volunteer armies wakes up tomorrow to retaliate their massacre, you should know where the problems are coming from. After Nigerian government using the IGBO governors and leaders and elders to massacre these youth in their sleeps and in their homes. As they do this massacre here in Anambra with Operation Odokachi terrorist groups, they are also doing same in Okigwe with a Bubagu terrorist group. So the only good thing that the governors of the East, the leaders of the East, serving the interests of Nigerian government are doing is to bring Fulani terrorists, is to form terrorist groups to massacre you in your sleeps, to cut your head off in your sleeps. There are other videos that emanated from the table of the Biafra Defense Forces, which have been circulated all over the media. We can't put that one here because of how gory the images are. I was able to put this one here because of the distance and how I could be able to project, zoom in and zoom out. What is the message here? The message here is for everyone to understand that the defense of Biafra land, that the fight against the terrorists of one Nigeria continues. Because Biafran people have come to see that those that the zoo government impose in their lands as governors and ministers and senators and elders, that the only thing they do is to dig their graves and bury them. You have seen this brother here. They have dug his grave now and they are buried. You can see that is a Biafran inside that truck there that they have massacred and brought him and then dump him inside that van. And they are going to take his dead body to wherever they wish to go and deposit without anybody knowing what will happen.
Ewuru onye Igbo isi dị mma ga-ekwugide omenala anyị. Omenala anyị dị against rape. Tufu gọọmenti abịa dị, anyị nwere ihe anyị na-asọ. Ọ ya bụ omenala Igbo. Igbos, one of our omenala bụ onye agha na nwanne ya. Ọnụrụ ube nwanne. Ọnụrụ ube nwanne agba n'ọsọ ye. Onye nụrụ ube nwanne agba n'ọsọ. Ọ ya mere nke Nnamdi Kanu. Geenụ ntị. Oge Sunday Igbo nke Yoruba. Oge nke Sunday Igbo ofio Yoruba leaders niile gbay around. And they rescued him. Sorry, I got penny. Yoruba Jibiri, and he was rescued. Even President Obasanjo, Yoruba culture. Oyanga na wanne. Jena Niger Delta. Jena batompo like a umejo. Ma the youth, the old, government, if not the yes, their position. Do you know how many trillions he's paid in a month? He makes in a month. The one I can amount the kunite. He took it there, he took it middle on that boomy. If I was a mention that we may all be one. That they may all be one. Are we one? This young man came talking against heinous killings in the farm. Our women who will go for farming and some of our men will be butchered. Our farms we are no longer safe. Our families are not safe. Go up there down to Uzu 1 and now. Many places are not safe. Killing, kidnapping. No. Nnamdi Kanu came and said it must stop. And they said once he's arrested, all these things will stop. Since he was arrested, has it not multiplied into 20 times? Is it not better that he's released? And the court has given judgment to release him. But now, the young men, the Igbo youths everywhere, it shall be well with you. They stood together, they got united, bonded, but the elites. Ndị nnukwu mmadụ a ịmana sị n'okwu Chukwuta wee ka ọ ga-adị maka ọha ga-abido bawa mba my lord ịgbara ya nkịtị ịgbara m nkịtị na gịnị Jesus that they may all be ọ ya ka m na-akọwa ka ọ ma akọwa n'ihe onye nwaanyị kwu that they may all be one. Are we one? Abụrụ onye nke anyị agba iche iche. Ndị nnukwu mmadụ kwesịrị ije ije ka ọ pụta ụfọdụ bụ ndị jere ije eji kpụrụ ya mana dị otu kọcha ihe ọ hụrụ n'elu nkwụ ọba ama mmụọ mana ndị niile aka ha dị n'ọkpụkpụ ahụ werekwa onye ga-akọ akụkọ ya ọfụma, they will all suffer. Maka ndị ga-adịkwa ndụ n'ime ha sef ma ọ bụ na anwụ abịara. There are things don't do and get free. Kedụzi ebe onye agha na nwanne ya dị n'ime ibewe a ya ebewe, anya bewe ime ebewe, ọ ka dịzikwanụ. Anyị ahụzila ego gbaghara nwanne, ndị oshimi, ndị mpịawa azụ karịsịa. The unity is no more there. Etiti anyị n'onwe nke anyị, are we united? Ejiri onye agba ashịrị, ejiri onye nke ashị ashị, ejiri onye nke aboto. Nwanne gị na-ebe ọ na-atọ gị. It will soon be your own. So anyị na-ekwu maka unity. Igbawa Igbo, anọ m na this point. Ndị niile Igbo ji eje ọgụ, ma ndị ọha na eze. Because if we are fighting a common cause, today is Nnamdi Kanu, but the nature and the species of invasion that is happening in our land, if we are not careful and faster, and the government of Igbo land should wake up. If you cannot go to release Nnamdi Kanu, do what he ought to have done. Maka na njiji ga ha ejikwa. Amekwu maka ije n'isi ụzọ. Ọsọ dị mgbe niile. Ihe amụfu aka n'aka ya. Jenu n'ugbo nke bụ agụụ ka na-abịa. Ebe a na-akọzi ugbo ịkọ akọ, a na-ehoro abacha ga-enye efi, a na-ata ya onwere ihe ga-eme ndị na-ekechọrọ iru and ama nwudenwu ha. Ebe ọ sọrọ ya mee. Ije n'Imo steeti aka na-aga ya aga. Enwego new culture and new mentality. Our people are no longer thinking about unity. Obviously, survival of the fittest. One spirit adrozi. That old Germanism, the African culture of brotherly love, that fraternity. A package you're gonna bank, but multi-billionaire, manandi neighbors go work. Oh yeah, wait.
The message is clear from Father Mbaka to Ohaneze Ndị Igbo, the governors and leaders of the East, who prefer to work for Nigerian government instead of protecting the lives of their own, who prefer to massacre, slaughter, and take lives of babies, women, and children in broad daylight. What Fulani terrorists cannot do. With the emergence of Biafra Defense Forces, brainstorming and expunging the Fulani terrorists from Biafra land, what Fulani terrorists cannot do. What Fulani terrorists cannot do. What Fulani terrorists cannot do is what the governors of the East, the senators and the ministers are now doing. And it is this killing of Biafran youth. This is not where the Biafra Defense Forces are. The Biafra Defense Forces are not here in this place. If they want war, they should go into the red zone where the Biafra Defense Forces are situated. They should go there and then engage men with men, women with women, and bullet with bullet, and fire with fire, and iron with iron, but not to go into the communities and unalive unarmed youths. We are asking Soludo and Hopeless Usodima, I hope you are happy. Ohaneze Ndị Igbo, senators, ministers of Igbo land, I hope you are happy as you massacre babies, women, and children, young men, young women, old men, old women, as you massacre them for Fulani terrorists to be able to enter Biafra land, for Fulani conquest to be able to breed. I hope as you massacre them, you are getting the joy. Because this is not the battlefield. These are unarmed youth that you massacre from inside the community. You see, after they massacre them, this is how they drag the dead body, bring down inside to the car. And it is very, very interesting for them. They are doing the bidding of the Nigerian government under the watch of Soludo and Usodimma. These people that they massacre there have fathers, or have mothers, have children, have siblings, have nephews, have relations. Now, by the time this remnant of these people rise up as volunteer armies now to revenge and fight you people back, you people will say it's Simon Ekpa that is in Finland inciting Biafrans. You people will say it's Simon Ekpa, is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Finland and UK giving sit at home. People will say it's Simon Ekpa and Nnamdi Kanu in abroad inciting violence. I'm asking you people now, what you are doing and how you are feeling it, because the Biafra Defense Forces will hunt down all these terrorists. It doesn't matter where you are bred from or where you are groomed from. The Biafra Defense Forces are there in the homeland. They are part and parcel of the Biafran people. They are Biafran people. Their work is to remove every Fulani terrorist that have come to kill them. Their work is to see that Biafra land is liberated. They are made up of Biafrans, but they have the red zone for the battle line. They draw the battle line and then they call you to come over there because they don't want to have casualties of Biafrans in the open community. That is why they draw the battle line and say, come over there and face them. When you face them and you're able to bring them down, then they will hand up for you. So go there and face them, men to men, women to women, iron to iron, weapon to weapon. Go and wield your weapon there. As you continue to kill Biafrans in the community, you are provoking the existence of those Biafrans, and they will revenge. Now, after Igbo governors have used, Igbo senators and ministers have used these terrorist groups that you see here, this special task force or these special forces of Nigerian terrorists, to go about killing Biafrans like this. The next thing they do is that they pay them bountifully. Let's go there. Nigerian government pays the Fulani terrorists in the name of Ebubagu and Odokachi, which they have brought to Biafra lands to kill Biafrans. They pay them for doing this job. This is what you get. They pay them bountifully for killing Biafrans. They pay them bountifully for unaliving Biafrans. Can you see this on the screen? Yes. It is good that you see it, so that if you did not see it, you will take note of it. Now, the Ebubagu, the special force, the Dokachi terrorist group that you just saw, that killed that Biafran now, Nigerian government are paying them after they kill those Biafrans. Can you see it? It's good that all of you look at this and see it very well, so that tomorrow when they ask you what to explain, you can be able to explain very well. So that when Biafran people arise and then they revenge, the people that they will go and report Biafran people to will not complain. Because as you people have held our prime minister now and our supreme leader and say they are terrorists and say they are the ones inciting Biafrans to revenge their own death. I wonder how somebody will need to incite me to revenge the death of my mother, the death of my sister, the death of my uncle, the death of my friends, the death of my wife, the death of my children, the death of my parents. No, I need to feel the hunger in me first before I decide to take a stand of revenging. Yes. You listen to the video from Father Mbaka. He made it clear that you people here have aligned with the Fulani terrorists to massacre Biafrans. Why? Because they decided to declare independence and to take a stand for Biafra, since Nigeria has said they don't want them in Nigeria. Then the Yoruba leaders, who also spoke about Oduduwa Republic, when they saw that Nigerian terrorist government want to climb on them, they stood up and became a shield. They became armor. They became protection to Sunday Igboho. Yes. And then Tompolo arose from the Greek and used Naira to do nonsense on the media, match it and then destroy it. Nigerian government could not do anything because they know if they go and touch him, they will stop oil and gas. What do you think Tompolo was doing? Tompolo was sending a message to the Nigerian government that they can only toil with those they know they feed. But those they know, the place that they have in their hands is what is feeding them. They cannot go and tamper in that place. But what did Igbo governors and leaders do? What did Ohaneze do? Who are those of you that have put Mazi Nnamdi Kanu where he is today? Who are those that testified in court against Biafra? It's a very big shame. But the shame, no shame must go far, because we already understand that the spirit of Okpabiasika, the spirit of Ifejuna in 2025 cannot go too far. You guys that testified in court against Biafra are not different from what Soludo is doing now. I've just showed you videos where Soludo mobilized Operation Odokachi to massacre Biafrans. And then he still paid them 39 million naira for doing the work of massacring Biafrans, for Fulani terrorists to be able to breed. So the difference is not much. It is in different ways of sabotage and destruction of lives and properties of Biafrans. How many Fulani terrorists has Operation Udokachi held in Biafra land? How many Fulani terrorists has Operation Udokachi captured because of coming to kill Biafrans? How many terrorists has Operation Udokachi captured since they launched Operation Udokachi? Operation Udokachi was not launched to capture Fulani terrorists or to expunge Fulani terrorists from Biafra land. Rather, Operation Udokachi was unveiled to hunt and kill Biafrans. And I have just shown you a video of it now. What Operation Udokachi was unveiled and brought in for. It was for the massacre of Biafrans, to stop Biafra, just like you had Ebubagu unveiled by the evil senators and ministers and governors of the East. Their only work is to devise a way and manner of destroying every avenue that will do what? That will bring Biafra alive. That is why they plan the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They plan the incarceration of our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. They are doing everything to see that he is deported to Nigeria. No, he cannot be deported. Finland can never. And now they are sending their brothers and sisters to go and stand witness against our Prime Minister in Finland court. So what Operation Udokachi was brought for is not to come and take out Fulani terrorists in Biafra land. No. Operation Dokachi was not brought for Fulani terrorists. It was brought for Biafrans. So everybody should understand this and understand it very clear. But I wonder the kind of joy or profit or earnings people will get or glory when you decide to kill your own children for Fulani terrorists to take over the land in conquest of jihad. Do you think that when you finish, they will now come and bring you in to become one of them? No. The message for you all is that you should remember that the same Biafrans that you brought Operation Odokachi and Fulani terrorists and Ebobagu and Nigerian terrorists in uniform to kill on the sanction of Nigerian government, that those same Biafrans, they have metamorphosed with their remaining family members into the Biafra Defense Forces. And they are going to hunt all of you down for killing their babies, women, and children. Yes, it is clear. They are in the homeland there. They are not in diaspora here. They are in the homeland. So, the same homeland which you kill their babies, women, and children, they are going to revenge their dead in thousand folds. Biafra Defense Forces are made up of all Biafrans that you have killed their women and children, and they are standing up to revenge their death. So, do not think that kidnapping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, detaining our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, that will make Biafrans in the homeland who are fighting to defend and liberate Biafra land to stop defending Biafra land and to stop going after the terrorists. Because you guys don't make any arrangement for the protection of lives of Biafrans in homeland. The only thing that you do is bring Operation Odokachi, as you have just brought, and the sole aim is to come and kill Biafrans because of them standing against Fulani terrorists. While Fulani terrorists breed, you don't go after the Fulani terrorists. The only person you go after is the Biafrans that are defending themselves against the jihad. So meaning that what you see in Samfara Plateau, you see in Borno, you see in Benue, you see in Kaduna, you see in Kano, where they massacre Biafrans, where they massacre Christians in those areas in thousands. You people are in support of it. You are very, very okay with it, and you want same to replicate in Biafra land in thousands. But it's not going to happen. Yes, except Biafrans have all decided to become slaves to the Fulani terrorists. No, they haven't. They have voted for a referendum where over 50 million voted. They gave their mandate, and with that mandate, we declared the restoration of independence, United States of Biafra. And Biafrans in the homeland are standing jigigbam, as the only entity to do what? To defend Biafra land and then get Biafra land liberated and get the full restoration while we get the recognition in diaspora for them. And so, Biafrans in the homeland, the Biafra Defense Forces will continue to fight. There is no amount of dead bodies of Biafrans that you will spray in the media and kill them anyhow that will deter their focus. The Biafra Defense Forces are very strong and they are standing their ground. And since you people, instead of to launch Operation Odokachi to go after Fulani terrorists, Mbano, what you do is you launch Operation Odokachi to now go from houses to houses to go and kill Biafrans. And then you are paying them on daily basis for their good works of killing Biafrans. Since that is what people have resorted into, every Operation Odokachi terrorist groups will go down. Yes, because the Biafra Defense Forces in the homeland will go after them and make sure they are all down. Because they are not for us, they are for the Fulanis. If they were for us, they will not be coming to kill us in our houses. Yes. It is because they are against us and they are for the Fulanis. That is why they are coming to kill us in our houses. And then they are protecting the Fulani terrorists. Show me one Fulani terrorist which Operation Odokachi has brought down for killing a Biafran. Show me one Fulani terrorist where Operation Odokachi, which Soludo formed, with the Fulani terrorist government, with the Bubagu, with the special forces, mix them all together, a group of terrorists. Show me one Fulani terrorist that Operation Udokachi have brought down for killing a Biafran. No, you don't see. What you rather see is a Biafran killed, massacred, cut to pieces by Operation Udokachi. So every terrorist carrying armed groups that is against the Biafran people coming to kill Biafran people in the homeland, the Biafran people are ready and will continue to revolt against them and to bring them down. There is no prison for terrorists in Biafra land. There is no rehabilitation center for terrorists in Biafra land. What Biafra Defense Forces do is that where they catch any terrorists that have come to slaughter their women and children who have been paid by these terrorist governors that you see here, those terrorists that kill our women and children must also take the other side of the coin and then eat the same food that they have served our babies, women, and children. This is the only thing that these terrorists that call themselves governors and ministers do to our Biafran people. These are Biafrans that you see. This is a Biafran young man that they have blown the head. And you see these people, they call them Operation Udokachi. You see, the reason why they were brought is to come and massacre Biafran people. Not to protect, but to protect Fulani terrorists, but yet massacre Biafran people. So, as you see the revenge of the dead of Biafrans being massacred by the Biafra Defense Forces in the homeland, do not be surprised because they will go after every terrorist that have been recruited to come and massacre their people. Our Prime Minister is currently in court, and the court proceedings are ongoing as we speak now. And the Biafra Republic government in exile gives updates daily. At the end of the day, we don't come to give you updates while court is still ongoing. No conclusive update from the court while it is still ongoing. The court proceedings of our Prime Minister is not like the zoo in Nigeria, where everything is happening as it is happening. They are putting it under wire and they are messing up information. This is a trial that is ongoing. The hearing is ongoing. Witnesses are testifying, cross-examinations are being done, and also we are also giving evidence to defend our cause. And so this is not a rush. I know many people just want to make use of the opportunity of the Biafran government, the Biafran people in court to be making money. So when you look at the media, you will see series of misinformation, propaganda, blackmail and slander, and disjointed information from up to down. From morning to night, you will see. You will continue to get all this misinformation and propaganda and blackmail if you don't listen to the BRGIE. Yes. We come at the end of the day, we give you the update. Yesterday, we gave update while we were on space. And every other ministers of the media that were not on space, or in their different programs, they gave the update when the update came. We don't wake up to come and give you concocted update while the court ruling or the court hearing is still ongoing as we speak now. PM is in court and everything is still happening in court. At the end of the day, we give Biafrans the conclusive update for the day. Stop listening to propaganda. Stop listening to slander Stop listening to bloggers that are doing content creation who says they are independent media groups. Stop listening to these people. A lot of propagandas have been flying. Ignore many of them. If you are a Biafran and you know what you want, put your ear down and listen to BRGI. BRGI is the only legal entity handling the case of our Prime Minister. All right? No third party communication. When we don't give you information or affirm the information we give you, ignore it. If you want to deal with media narratives of what you see, then continue. You can as well continue to dwell on the one that they told you our PM denied being the Prime Minister of the Biafran government. Is that? He said he is a content creator. So go and believe it if you want to dwell on the media content creators' handwork. That video, that propaganda emanated in November from Arise Television. And where did Arise Television pick it? They pick it from a content creator on TikTok. Then, within May now, when the court hearing of our PM started, they did what? They recycle it and use it again within May of this 2025. And some of you enjoyed it because you wanted to know and wanted to take misinformation. And we still debunk it, yet it is not okay for some of you. So you continue to dwell on that and continue to take it until when you wake up from your sleep. But the only authentic information you get from a PM's court case is from BRGI. At the end of the day, we will give you update. I salute all of you. Now, we have seen and heard Honorable Fulani crying. Honorable Fulani cried and said that Biafrans should please start calling, Biafrans should start calling on the U.S. Department of Justice to beg them on our behalf to go and tell U.S. Department of Justice that Aman Dabiri, the attorney of BRGI, Mazi Elias, the lobbyist of BRGI, Moran Global Strategies, the lobbying group of BRGI, that they have sued her in court and that she is crying, and that she wants the help of Biafrans to go and start begging U.S. Department of Justice. But somebody that said she is in charge, she is in control, she speaks with Donald Trump's government, she is part of Donald Trump's government cabinet. That is what she said. And that was a very big lie, which she is going to stand in court to defend when and how she became a member of Donald Trump's cabinet. She also told you people she went to FBI to submit all the information of Biafrans massacred in the homeland, that FBI is going to take control of your massacre in Biafra land. Up till now, una never ask am again, say, Madam, the FBI that you said is going to take control of Biafrans massacred by Fulani terrorists and the governors, like I just showed you, where are the FBI? Have they not arrived in Nigeria, or are they still in US? So that you see how myopic some of you are. FBI will leave their problem of FBI in America and then will come to Biafra land to come and take care of the massacre of Biafrans in Nigeria, right? But Fulani terrorists have been massacring people from the far north since 2012, coming to this day. FBI did not go there to go and save them. It's in your own time that FBI will leave American problem. Like now, there is issue in California. FBI will now leave the issue in California that they have. They will now come down to Biafra land to come and start tackling the Fulani terrorists and the governors of Biafra land for you, because Honorable Fulani has gone to drop petition for you. You see, many of you are just like zombies. You listen, you follow, you cannot reason. Where is the flight that she says she has made arrangement for all of you to take you all home, that you have gotten Biafra? But now, when they kill Biafrans and put their dead bodies online, she will see come and say, oh, Nigerian government on Tinubu is killing Biafrans. I thought you said you are a sovereign country. You control Biafra land now. You have gotten your sovereignty. You're in charge. So why are you crying when Tinubu kill Biafran people? Why are you still waiting for FBI and American government to now go to Biafra land to go and pick Tinubu? When you deceive them that you have gotten Biafra, you are in Biafra already, you have sovereignty. You have sovereignty yet. You have sovereignty yet. You are begging another country to come and help dead bodies of your babies, women, and children. You have sovereignty, yet you are still looking for lobbyists and attorney that will speak on your behalf to international community. But you have sovereignty, and you are seated in America. You have sovereignty. You cannot become a doctor in your own Biafra land and establish your business and stay there. Why are you still having one leg in America with your sovereignty on air? So, Biafrans, listen to the cry of how she is begging Biafrans to come and write United States Department of Justice because of the lawsuit that BRGI has held her accountable for the sabotage of BRGI properties and everything about Biafran. She has sabotaged the Biafran independence cause. Now, BRGI took her to court. Come and answer for all the atrocities you have committed. She is now running back to come and beg Biafrans. Biafrans, come to my aid, please. I want all of you to go and write U.S. Department of Justice. When you were committing all these crimes, you told Biafrans you're in charge. You did not tell them they will be the one to come and beg for you. You did not tell them they will be the one to come and contact a U.S. Department of Justice, or they will be the one to come and talk to U.S. Department of Justice. So you are afraid of the justice of America. You're already afraid of how American justice system will treat your case, because you're going to face so many things, so many sanctions. You're afraid. You're now calling on the same Biafrans you have deceived, same Biafrans you have lured to their early graves. You're begging on them now. Biafrans, I want all of you. No, let me play it. Let me play it so that Biafrans will hear.
On other people.
Yeah.
What they do is what they project on other people.
Exactly.
So do not be worried about, when you look at them, it's just like you can put all of them in just in your one palm, in one of your palm left. That's where you put all of them. You pack all of them, put them there. All of them, including the one called Elias and Dabiri. And Biafrans, I want you all, those of you that have the access to
Those of you that have the access, you put all of them in one palm, yet you are begging Biafran. I thought you put all of them in one palm. You put Elias, you put Dabiri, the attorney, you put United States Department of Justice, you put Biafran government in Israel in your palm. Yet you cannot put the lawsuit that is before you now, the court. You are now begging Biafrans, please, all of you that have access to U.S. Department of Justice, go and start begging, go and start writing. Which palm are you putting them? You put people for palm finish. You can't see the beg Biafrans to come and be the one to start going to go and do it for you.
the one called Elias and Dabiri. And Biafrans, I want you all, those of you that have the access to write to the state of either Washington, D.C., wherever that moron global is registered. I want you all to write to the Secretary of State and let them know what this Elias, the danger he is constituting to the United States of Biafra. Elias and Dabiri, they are not Biafrans.
You want the Biafran people to go and write and start begging U.S. Department of Justice and tell them they have come after you because of destroying Biafran property. But yet you say you have all of them in your palms. Put all of them in your palms, but you cannot do anything. You are afraid. You dey pee for pant as they talk, yet you're begging Biafrans. Biafrans, please, I want all of you to now go and write U.S. Department of Justice. Hey, time for begging, don't reach. Who are the Biafrans that will now go and start begging U.S. Department of Justice for you? That Elias, Dabiri, Moran Global Storage, that they are not Biafrans. They are not Biafrans, but we contracted their services. Yes. So that people like you that wants to destroy and sabotage this Biafra government, just like Ife Juna wanted to do to Ojukwu and Philip Effiong in his cabinet council in 1967. It is a repetition of that sabotage that you have also come with. So we contracted them. They are not Biafrans. Yes, Elias, Amen Dabiri, Moran Global, they are not Biafrans, but yet we contracted their services to prosecute people that will destroy this Biafra in our own time. The same way that Ife Juna was dealt with and his gang group that wanted to kill Ojukwu and Philip Effiong and some of the cabinet members of Ojukwu in 1967. Yes. So this time is not jungle justice. This time is not the way it is done in the battlefield. This time we have to use the civilized system for you to see it. So Biafran government is actually taking the right step by contracting these attorneys, global moral strategies, layers for them to do their work diligently for you. So the cry has not started. Let the cry continue for you.
They have no business with Biafrans.
They have.
They have no right to be doing what they are doing.
They,
I am the surrogate.
they have the right to hold you accountable for destroying our cause. Yes. They have the right. Yes. They have business with us. Yes, we contracted them. Biafran people contracted them. Biafran government in Nigeria contracted them. Yes, so they have business. You are just a sounding cymbal surrogate. That is surrogate. Surrogacy. Surrogate. You are a surrogate. Your own is to sorrow and gate. Surrogate. So you go with sorrow and then you enter the gate. Gate of sorrow. Surrogate. Surrogate. So you continue to enter the gate of sorrow and come out, gate of sorrow and come out, gate of sorrow and come out. That's your own work.
Of the United States of Biafra. The power lies in me. And they're not working for me. They're not working for Biafrans.
The power lies in you. If power lies in you, and yet you are begging Biafrans to come and go and write to U.S. Department of Justice, that means you have no power. It is a sounding symbol power. That is why you are sorrow gate. Sorrow gate, the gate of sorrow. So, Biafran people, and you are not working for Biafra. You're working for Fulani conquest. Yes, that is why you work with the IPOB Nigeria. It is a Bubagu and Operation Odokachi that you're working with. Did you people all see the photos that she posted for the 30th of May when they brought Fulani men that were wearing slippers? They brought men and women that were wearing slippers, some belly big like this. So those are not Biafra Defense Forces. Biafra Defense Forces are under the supervision of General Igwe Butuso. What she presented to you people has nothing to do with Biafra Defense Forces. So, as she's shouting now, our own is Sorrow Gatekeeper. Sorrow Gatekeeper. She is to keep the gate of sorrow. And Elias was contracted by Biafra Republic government in exile. He was not contracted by one person. It was not contracted by me. So you now saying he is not working for you, that means everything you're doing for yourself. You're not doing it for Biafra. You're doing it for yourself.
Write them and let them know the danger, these Elias and Dabiri, what they are doing, the criminality they are propagating behind the scene. Lemoran Global, whoever have access, write the office, call them.
Hey,
Let them know
the cry
that
is too
these
much, oh.
criminals will put his organization into trouble.
The
I'm
cry is
telling
too
you,
much.
it's not about me
The cry
or
is too
about the
much.
cabinet members.
The cry is
No,
too
no, no,
much.
no. It's not about that.
The cry is too much.
It's about the Nigerian government paying this criminal,
The cry
Elias,
is
behind the
too
scene
much.
that Warren Globals is not aware of.
The cry is too much. It's a right demo. I'm begging you people to write them. Oh yeah, followers of Honorable Fulani, go and write the U.S. Department of Justice. When they kill you, she will say, go and write them. When they kill you in Biafra land, she will say she has taken your dead bodies to FBI. Now she has committed crime against Biafran people and she has been taken to court. She now see come and call you and say, come and write the U.S. Department of Justice. So tell them that they have held me in my blockhouse and I am crying. Alias Moran Global Strategies, Amen Dabiri, they are working for Biafran people under Brgie. So anybody that is a replica of Ifejuna Okpabia Sika, anybody that is a replica of Ifejuna gang that wanted to eliminate and destroy the Biafran government of Ojukwu and Philip Effiong in 1967, anybody that is a replica of them in BRGIA now, who are going against destroying our mandate. It is this attorney and lobby firm in America that will hold them accountable. So if you like, run into the bush. If you like, cry. If you like, do your nyash like a bingo dog. You know, concern me. Continue to plan the next level of sabotage. You will land yourself in the U.S. Department of Justice also. The judge will serve you. And like this one is crying now. When you were doing all the sabotage to BRGI, e no clear you for eye. That time, you no beg Biafrans. Say, may they can't go beg U.S. Department of Justice, can't go write them. Like they should send letter and then call Elias' name, call Amanda Berry, the attorney of BRGI, and then call... the cry too much. This cry will continue. Make the cry continue. Yes, so that Biafrans will understand the level of the cry and the level of the sabotage. You never even reach court yet. You they cry like this. Hey, hello, Meru. When you were sabotaging, you did not remember the repercussions of your cry, how it will come to be. Did not remember the repercussions of your act. Now crying level you did. Continue to cry. This Alozie Peter Ozioma, it's like some of you are not even listening. Some of you people are not listening. No, you're not listening. Say, give us information about the case of today's. Give me the information about the case Mazi Simon. That means you're not listening. And you're writing you people are a problem. That means you are foolish. You are an idiot. You are one of the species of Ngozi Orabu Fulani because you are dumb and you are deaf. So continue to take information from Orabu Fulani and also the content creators on the media. Like I said before, update on our Prime Minister is given conclusively at the end of the day. When we finish, we talk to the attorney of our PM, and then we get conclusive report, and then we give to Biafrans at the end of the day. We don't jump into the media because we want to create content, because we want to please people and then talk anything about our PM's case. No, it is not done that way. So continue to wallow in stupidity. Yes, continue to wallow in stupidity. Now, this madam that is crying, please, she should also be reminded next time that she's crying, she should show her face so that Biafrans will see the body language and the expression of how she's crying. While begging on Biafrans to go and start writing U.S. Department of Justice when she never even reached court. And please also remind her when she's going to answer a case, she should remember to carry a survivor whistle, because the survivor whistle is needed for a survivor. Yes. So that if she slumps inside the court while facing the trial, if she blow the whistle, some of our members will hear the survivor whistle sound and they will rush with ambulance to come and carry a dead body. Yes. She should remember to do so. With a survivor whistle, go there so that they will be able to trace a dead body and then carry. Is that not what you gave Biafrans in the homeland survivor whistle to use for? They should blow whistle when they are killed by Fulani terrorists so that their brothers and sisters will come and carry a dead body after they don't buy them finish. And also, where they are, Fulani terrorists don't see them. They should blow the whistle, then Fulani terrorists will have the signal and then go down to that place to go and kill them. You say they should not go and support Biafra Defense Forces who will use weapon to kill terrorists. You say they should use whistle. Whistle that cannot defend you. Somebody is coming with AK-47. They say, no, you use whistle. Just blow whistle. When you blow whistle, all the angels of heaven will fall down, Abi. Or all the Fulani terrorists will fall down. Bam! So, let this cry continue and remind her, please, to go with survivor whistle.
He's going to put him in trouble. But do not worry. What they do is what they project on others. Imagine the criminal Elias answering Mazi Elias.
Cry, don't start.
The criminals put him as part of their they call it, that's their own Brgie, but the Brgie, the Biafra Republic government in exile, which our leader, our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoku is in charge of. I am in charge of that.
Whoa!
So the one that the criminals registered, they put him there as one of their executives.
Whoa.
That is what gives that Elias the audacity to come out on Twitter and be advising Biafrans, talking about us. Because the criminals, the mediocres gave him the room to do that. He can never have any access to the United States of Biafra. Never, not even one. Because he is one of the lowest lives that one can ever bring into our history. He does not know what we go through.
Elias is Mazi, I don't become turmoil. Two, they say, na them be the BRGI. So now where BRGI don't sanction you, you're trying to reclaim BRGI back now. Hey! But we are going to play a video to remind her when she said there are no more BRGI. We want to remind them so that all of you that are listening,
is one of the lowest lives that one can ever bring into our history. He does not know what we go through. He does not know our history. He's only doing that based on what the criminals that Tinubu is paying, what they tell him to do. That is what he and Dabiri is doing with Ogen Kere and Sonny Akpanawa. And the Ruben Nadia and they are cool. All those Imam Madu. These are people that have already failed. Biafran, they did the same thing to our leader Nnamdi Kanu.
Yes.
Yes. So what makes you think they will do something different? They did that to Nnamdi Kanu. He's one of the lowest lives of their executives. That is what gives that Elias the audacity to come in charge of that. They call it, that's their own Brgie, but the Brgie, the Biafra Republic government in exile, which our leader, our Prime Minister,
enwere onye Igbo isi dị mma ga-ekwugide omenala anyị. Omenala anyị dị against rape. Tufu gọọmenti abịadị, anyị nwere ihe anyị na-asọ. Ọ ya bụ omenala Igbo. Igbos, one of our omenala bụ onye agha na nwanne ya. Ọnụrụbe nwanne. Ọnụrụbe nwanne agba n'ọsọ ye. Onye nụrụbe nwanne agba n'ọsọ. Onye mere nke Nnamdi Kanu. Geenụ ntị. Oge Sunday Igboho nke Yoruba. Oge nke Sunday Igboho fiọfịọ. Yoruba leaders niile gbaa ya round. And they rescued him. Sorry, I got penny. Yoruba Jibiri, and he was rescued. Even President Obasanjo, Yoruba culture. Oyangana one Jena Niger Delta. Jena Batompo like a woman. The youth, the old. Government, if not the yes, their position. Do you know how many trillions he's paid in a month? He makes in a month. The one I can amount the can equality. He took it there, he took it meeting on that boom. That we may all be one. That they may all be one. Are we one? This young man came talking against heinous killings in the farm. Our women who will go for farming and some of our men will be butchered. Our farms we are no longer safe. Our families are not safe. Go up there down to Uzu 1 and now. Many places are not safe. Killing, kidnapping. No. Nnamdi Kanu came and said it must stop. And they said once he's arrested, all these things will stop. Since he was arrested, has it not multiplied into 20 times? Is it not better that he's released? And the court has given judgment to release him. But now, the young man, the Igbo
Simon Ekpa, Njoku is in charge of, I am in charge of that. So the one that the criminals registered, they put him there as one of their ex. So the one that the criminals exile, which our leader, our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, Njoku is in charge of, I am in charge of that. Imagine the criminal Elias as answering Mazi Elias. The criminals put him as part of their they call it, that's their own Brgie, but the Brgie, the Biafra Republic government in exile, which our leader, our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, Njoku is in charge of, I am in charge of that.
Hey, hello, Meru. Madness. This madness too much. This madness too much. Let me take us here. Those that say they are Brgie, listen to them. Listen to them here. This was in January when they told you there are no more Brgie. Now they are telling you they are Brgie again.
It's sacrosanct. The path has been carved. Biafra has been declared. We are no longer in Brgie and can never go back to Brgie.
We are no longer in Brgie and can never go back to Brgie. This is called madness of the highest order. We are no longer in Brgie and can never go back to Brgie. Let me play it again.
Longer in Brgie and can never go back to Brgie. Has been carved. Biafra has been declared. We are no longer in Brgie and can never go back to Brgie. We are the Biafra has been declared. We are no longer in Brgie and can never go back to Brgie.
We are no longer in Brgie and can never go back to Brgie. This was January, after the declaration of the convention. Before this time, she never go register her own new group or USB Nigeria group. She was still trying to see whether she can destroy Biafra Defense Forces, destroy our finance, destroy the Biafran government and exile cabinet entirely, and destroy our media. She tried. She did not succeed. They decided to go and register their own new group. So, the Brgie that we are in now is that Brgie that PM instituted for us with Biafrans. That is the Brgie that we have here now. It is that Brgie that she was inside before that she said they are no longer in Brgie, that they dissolve Brgie. The dissolution letter is there, where she said she has dissolved Brgie and Brgie cannot stay again, cannot speak again. Today now, that Lawsuit has been served to her. Let me play it again here first.
We are the United States of Biafra. All the structured. We are no longer in Brgie and can never go back to Brgie.
Adeyera.
We are the Biafra has been declared. We are no longer in Brigi and can never go back to Brigi.
Okay. You are no longer in Brigi and can never go back to Brigi. This is January. Now, go back to the other one that she is now talking a day before yesterday now.
Our leader, our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoku is in charge of. I am in charge of that. They call it, that's their own Brigi, but the Brigi, the Biafra Republic government in exile, which our leader, our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoku is in charge of. I am in charge of that.
Now, the year madness. You are claiming this very government that I, Sonny, fought you to sustain, which you tried to destroy, and we did not allow you. You now went to go and form USB group. Now, in 2025, you are coming back to say this Brigi that Prime Minister formed for us, which I am protecting, and I fought you for trying to destroy it, is still standing now. Now you're claiming ownership now that you are the owner of this Brigi that we are. Now they see this kind of madness. Now they see this kind of madness. Eh? Now they follow this kind of madness. They see him. Now they see him. Now they see this colo mental. We don't finish. I've played 2 videos for you. One is January 2025. And then this one now. After lawsuit has arrived in her domain, she's afraid. She's now coming to claim that the Brigi that PM left, which we are pressing the button till today. She said now she's the owner of it now. She's coming back to claim ownership of BRGI with her own new group that she formed. So she's putting together 2 new groups that she formed. And then she's telling you the Biafran government in Nigeria now, the government entity of Brigi that brought about the existence and the name of Biafra again. She's telling you she is now claiming ownership of it. Now the Yera, let me play it again. No, make una Yera. Let me play it again. No, make una Yera more.
Mazi Elias, the criminals put him as part of their they call it, that's their own Brigi, but the Brigi, the Biafra Republic government in exile, which our leader, our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoku is in charge of. I am in charge of that.
The Yera. You're in charge of that. I wonder what you're in charge of. Let me go back again to play the same person that said they are no more in Brigi in January now. Let's go back to January.
That has been carved. Biafra has been declared. We are no longer in Brigi and can never go back to Brigi. We are the United States of Biafra. All Biafra has been declared. We are no longer in Brigi and can never go back to Brigi. We are the United States of
Now the year I'm very well, Abby. This is January 2025. And then this is the madness of June 2025, of just whether 2 or 3 days ago.
Brigi, but the Brigi, the Biafra Republic government in exile, which our leader, our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoku is in charge of. I am in charge of that. So the one that the criminals registered, they put him there as one of their.
She said the ones that the criminals registered, we are the ones, the real Brigi of BRG, of a prime minister is where she's calling the criminals now. She said we registered. We did not register any Brigi. Brigi was registered and formed since 2022. The registration in the system is that one that was here since PM was here. We have not done any new registration because our government were not destroyed. No contract were destroyed. The contract with the attorney and the lobbies were not destroyed, and they are still intact. That is why you still have Elias and Attorney Dabiri still working with the Biafran government in exile. So there was no new government form. It is that same government that PM set down for us, now with the older man to come reach now. She, with her groups of lunatics, wanted to destroy it. We brainstorm and say you cannot destroy it. That was why we kick her out. So she could not bear it. She now ran to go and form this a new group and register it in Georgia. But now you can hear her crying now. You can hear the cry, the sound of the cry, very loud. All this is coming out because of the lawsuit. Yes. You see, yesterday I was reading, hello, how is you? Yesterday I was reading the excerpt of General Philip Effiong's recount of what happened in the cabinet of General Ojukwu and General Philip Effiong in the Biafra Government Council. I was reading about how they sabotage, how they planned the killing of Philip Effiong and General Ojukwu and some of the cabinet members, how Ifejuna led a coup that they wanted to destroy Biafra. It was not to take over the government and then continue on the Biafran course. It was to kill Ojukwu, kill Philip Effiong, kill other members of the cabinet of the governing council of Ojukwu government of Biafra then. And then they will now destroy the Biafra mandate and they will now take everything back to Nigeria under Gowon. They would give Biafra mandate back to Gowon. Gowon will take charge and Nigeria will continue to kill. They will eliminate all of us and then Nigeria will continue. Fulanis will take over everywhere. That was the plan. So, what happened then was a repetition of what you see this time that they also came to do. And what did we do? What we did is that we have a lobbyist. We have a lobbyist who is here to protect BRGI, and they are doing their work very well. So Biafrans, don't be shaken.
Mazi Elias, the criminals put him as part of their they call it, that's their own brig, but the Brgie, the Biafra Republic government in exile, which our leader, our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoku is in charge of. I am in charge of that. So the one that the criminals registered, they put him there as one of their executives. That is what gives that Elias the audacity to come out on Twitter and be advising Biafrans, talking about us. Because the criminals, the mediocres, gave him the room to do that. He can never have any access to the United States of Biafra. Never. Not even one. Because he is one of the lowest lives that one can ever bring into our history. He does not know what we go through. He does not know our history. He's only doing that based on what the criminals that Tinubu is paying, what they tell him to do. That is why.
The same way IPOB DOS say Simon Ekpa is being paid by Tinubu. you will always hear it coming from the same DOS members. So this madam is working with DOS. Same way they say that me, APM, Ajare, we collected money from Nigerian government to destroy convention. Where did it come from? It was coming from her mouth. Is it not the same narrative that they have used against our prime minister? So when you hear her pronouncing it that way, and recently you have seen her sharing the same emblem and badge with Nigeria IPOB. So there is nothing different. They are now working hand in hand together, and they are partners in crime. So don't be surprised when you hear her shouting, the criminals, the criminals. Can you see this? That's her there. You see China Sanworo posting DOS IPOB Nigeria, and you also see her. She's using the same emblem. The same video that DOS Nigeria, IPOB Nigeria posted as their men on ground is the same video that she posted with the same emblem. Nothing changed. So they were sharing intels and working together. And you will always hear them say this. So I salute all Biafrans. Where you see that somebody that say she gave power, she's the one in charge, is now begging on Biafrans to go and call U.S. Department of Justice to intervene in her case because BRGI has served her the food for thought. You know what? They cry too much. And they say they are not BRGI. In January again, they dissolved BRGI. And now, in 2025 June, they are now claiming that they are BRGI again. Hello, Mero. Hello, Mero. Who will bail the cat? Who will help them out? This new look, let me give a new look so that those that will screenshot and use for their social media propaganda can have something. New look for Rabu Fulani and urchins. Hey, the cry is too much. They should go and call U.S. Department of Justice. She's begging. They should go and call. Hey! I will cut that place out and make it very short. The cry is too much. But remember that they cried here and say they are no more BRGI.
Carved. Biafra has been declared. We are no longer in Brgie and can never go back to Brgie. We are the United States of Biafra. All the structures, no longer in Brgie and can never go back to Brgie. We are the United States of Biafra. All the structures, we are no longer in Brgie and can never go back to Brgie. We are the United States of Biafra. All the structures, in Brgie and can never go back to Brgie. Biafra has been declared. We are no longer in Brgie and can never go back to Brgie.
That is how madness works. You are no longer in Brigi and you can never go back to Brigi. Now the lamentation starts.
One, because he is one of the lowest lives ever. Njoku is in charge of I. Put him as part of their they call it that's their own brig, but the brig, the Biafra Republic government in exile, which our leader, our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, Njoku is in charge of. I am in charge of that. Put him as part of their they call it that's their own brig, but the brig, the Biafra Republic government in exile, which our leader, Our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoku is in charge of. I am in charge of that. Them. You pack all of them, put them there. All of them, including the one called Elias and Dabiri. And Biafrans, I want you all, those of you that have the access to write.
Now here the begging start to Biafrans, I want you all. Now here the begging start. Those of you who if it reach out to US Department, I am begging you people to go and write them because this fire where BRG don't carry come, where Elias don't carry come, where Amen Dabiri don't carry come. The smoke too high for me. Oh. I am begging you people now. Here.
You all, those of you that have the access to write to the state of either Washington, D.C., wherever that moron global is registered, I want you all to write to the Secretary of State.
Wow.
And let them know what this Elias, the danger he is constituting to the United States of Biafra.
Oh, wow.
Elias and Dabiri, they are not Biafrans. They have no business with Biafrans.
Ooh.
They have no right to be doing what they are doing.
Hey.
I am the surrogate of the United States of Biafra.
Hey.
The power lies in me.
Surrogate.
And they're not working for me. They're not working for Biafrans.
Woo.
Write them and let them know the danger, this Elias and Dabiri, what they are doing, the criminality they are propagating behind the scene.
Too much.
Lemoran Global, whoever have access, write the office, call them. Let them know that these criminals will put his organization into trouble. I'm telling you, it's not about me or about the cabinet members. No. It's not about that. Yes, and Dabiri. And Biafrans, I want you all, those of you that have the access to write to the state of either Washington, D.C., wherever that moron global is registered.
That is too much.
I want you all to write to the Secretary of State.
The cry is too much.
And let them know what this Elias, the danger he is constituting to the United States of Biafra. Elias and Dabiri, they are not Biafrans. They have no business with Biafrans. They have no right to be doing what they are doing.
So
I am the surrogate of the United States of Biafra.
Why are you afraid?
The power lies in me.
Why are you afraid?
And they're not working for me. They're not working for Biafrans.
Then why are you afraid then?
Write them and let them know the danger, this Elias and Dabiri, what they are doing, the criminality they are propagating behind this.
Can't you write them yourself? Why are you afraid? Why are you calling Biafrans now to come and do the writing for you? Huh?
Lemoran Global, whoever have access, write the office, call them. Let them know that these criminals will put his
Now so they cry high
organization into trouble. I'm telling you, it's not about me or about the cabinet members. No. It's not about that. It's about the Nigerian government paying this criminal, Elias, behind the scene that Moran Globals is not aware of. He's going to put him in trouble. But do not worry. What they do is what they project on others. Imagine the criminal Elias as answering Mazi Elias. The criminals put him as part of their they call it, that's their own Brgie, but the Brgie, the Biafra Republic government in exile, which our leader, our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoku is in charge of. I am in charge of that. So the one that the criminals registered, they put him there as one of their executives. That is what gives that Elias the audacity to come out on Twitter and be.
She is now in charge of Brgie of PM, which she denied they are no more in Brgie in January. Now, in June, she is claiming that she is now back and is in charge of Brgie so that the lawsuit will not flog her. No, lawsuit must flog you.
Part has been carved. Biafra has been declared. We are no longer in Brgie and can never go back to Brgie. Biafra has been declared. We are no longer in Brgie and can never go back to Brgie.
This is January. She is no longer in Brgie.
Has been carved. Biafra has been declared. We are no longer in Brgie and can never go back to Brgie.
This is where the cry continues. So, Biafrans, if you're looking for the part to carve out, this ending part that I just played, maybe the last 5 minutes, you can just carve out that side. I will try to carve it out, that last end. When she started lamenting and crying and calling on Biafrans to go and start begging U.S. Department of Justice, and also Mazi Elias is in their Brgie. And then you come back again I am the one in charge of Brgie, but yet you're the one in charge of Brgie now in June. But in February, you say you have destroyed Brgie. Brgie does not exist anymore. You have destroyed it. Mhm. I will bring the I will bring the what's it called? The memo where okay, you people have listened to this voice now, so there's no point of bringing memo when they pass memo and say they have destroyed Brigi, they have dissolved Brigi, Brigi does not exist again. That they are USB. They registered their new group. Now with mouth, this one that they talk with mouth, you hear this one pass right up. Because the write up they fit sign another person's signature. Just like when they write and say they suspended success. They use uh, Solomon's signature. But it's Ngozi that do the pronouncement, but they go use Solomon's signature and then they come begin the fight. Solomon say, why when I go use my signature? No be Ngozi do the pronouncement. No be Ngozi signature they for use because they know say when PM come out, he go fire all of them. So everyone try to share fault to who talk am and who need to carry the cross to Biafran people. APM will be live in about an hour time. And we will have another program about 7 p.m. Biafra time. Then later on, we will give an update on our PM's court today. And from our Supreme Leader, let me see if Aloy, our attorney from Nigeria, they have given any updates on our Supreme Leader. Okay, this is what we see. They say further proceedings. This is from our Supreme Leader's Court. This is from a law, Ejimako, and it reads, further proceedings in hashtag FRN versus MNK have been adjourned to 18th June 2025. A new witness for prosecution testified today. On the 18th June, the case will continue from where it stopped. So that is that on our Supreme Leader's case. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Nigeria, representing Biafra and putting Biafra on the table, while we wait to get the conclusive update from our Prime Minister's court case. So you see the way attorney here or Aloy Ejimako is giving the update. When they entered the court, as at 8 hours ago, today's court has convened. His Lordship has entered and is on seat. Proceedings about to begin. At the end of the day, he now gave summary of the court proceeding for the day. It's not that court is ongoing and then the Zoom media will be popping out different things on the media, different things. You take the final message from the legal counsel or the attorney that is representing the person that is in court, our leader. This is how BRGI give you communications on our PM's court updates at the end of the day. But some of you that wants to be reading the concocted stories from the newspapers and the Nigerian media and all kind of media houses that they will go and carry propaganda, come and read for you and say, this is what PM said inside court. This is what PM said inside court. They are all bunkum. They are all cook-up stories. All right. I salute all Biafrans and I thank you for listening. So, when you see those that want to go and start begging U.S. government, U.S. Department of Justice for Abu Fulani, remind them to carry their survival whistle. Yes. So that if anything happens to them, if they blow the survival whistle, we can come and carry their body. I salute all of you and thank you so much. Continue to support our Biafra Defense Forces, Biafra government in exile, for us to achieve everything that we have to do. I salute you all. They were my people. And see you in some minutes time in APM's press briefing. Ndewo Chineke.